Let's take a look at some of our Alaska news for this Tuesday, June 13th, 2017. Police in Anchorage have arrested some juveniles after a pellet-gun shooting. In this particular case, the call came in Sunday afternoon about a shooting. When police got there, they found a light wound on a man's leg, determined that it had come from a pellet gun, and were told by local witnesses that 3 kids had been seen running off after the shooting. They pursued and detained the 3. One of them got charged with a whole litany of assault charges for taking the shot. The other ones just got charged for evading the police, for failure to stop for a police officer. Many Alaskans showed up on Sunday around the state in simultaneous rallies, Anchorage, Juneau, and Fairbanks, among other places, to demand that lawmakers pass a balanced budget. Part of the issue is that state workers, thousands of them, 18,000 or so, got layoff notices saying that as of July 1st, they may not be going to work anymore until this budget thing gets all pushed together. The main criticism, of course, is that this is people's livelihood that you're playing around with. We can talk about that at some point. Not today, though. The Anchorage Library project is some $2 million over budget right now and behind schedule, quite a bit behind. It was originally supposed to be completed in October of 2016. That got pushed off to spring. That got pushed off to June, and now it's being pushed off till sometime this fall. Part of it is they're waiting on materials to arrive from Italy. A one-day conference was held in Fairbanks focusing on wood burning, as most of the air quality people seem convinced that our pollution problem is based on the fact that people burn wood to stay warm, even though the PM 2.5, which is a measure of pollution, does not measure where it comes from. It is simply the size of the particulate, and it is produced by everything that burns. Uber and Lyft are coming to Alaska if the governor signs the bill, which he's likely to do. But they will not be going to Juneau's most popular tourist destination, the Mendenhall Glacier, because that's a Forest Service area, and anybody who does anything commercial on Forest Service land has to have permission, and they're not going to be giving out any permits to Uber or Lyft drivers. The city manager in Juneau says now is not the time to revise the mining ordinance. There's some folks that want to reopen the Juneau, Alaska mine, and some that want to do other mining in the area, and some folks think, no, if we're going to do something like this, we're going to have to take the time to do it right, because a lot of folks are opposed to the idea of mining. The final Railbelt electric plan, the cost is going to be around $900 million, and the Coast Guard are searching for a couple of boaters, a 23-year-old and an 18-year-old, who left in a rowboat at around 2 in the morning. Around 2:30, they were heard calling for help. They didn't have life jackets or other survival gear with them. There's been no sign of them. It does not look good. And as always, we have many more stories than we have time for. If you'd like to become a subscriber, you can get 30 to 40 minutes of audio news delivered directly to your inbox, which means you can download it to your iPod and listen on your way to work. One last story I'll mention, something to be keeping an eye out for. There's going to be a new trampoline park that will be opening in Fairbanks either late this summer or early fall. It'll be down there by the Alaska Club on the Old Rich. Something to look forward to. That's what we've got. Check me out. I'm Steve Floyd at RadioFreeSpeech.com.